This is an Ellis Mowers and Mower small engine repair. Stay connected on Instagram and Facebook at Ellis Mowers and More. Comments or questions? Leave them below or email me, ellis@ellismowers.com. Parts used in today's repair are found using the links in the description below. And as always, like and subscribe for more small engine content. On today's repair, we're going to be working on this 2008 model year Weed Eater 22-inch push mower. It's got the Briggs and Stratton Classic engine on it. This one's the 500 series. And I've got it at a trade deal that also came, or not a trade deal, actually a yard sale find, where I got those two weed trimmers, actually a third weed trimmer as well, and this push mower and some 2-cycle stuff. I bought it all for $100. The weed trimmers are gone. Y'all saw that in the trade video, and we're going to work on the push mower, and this push mower alone is probably going to get us close to $100 as it is, probably $80. And so we're already going to make our money back from the yard sale pretty much just from this. What it's doing is, sounds like it's got a valve that's stuck, from what I can tell. I was able to get it to fire briefly earlier, but it did not run for very long. And when I went to go back, it just doesn't feel like one of the valves is closing properly. So we've got to get into the head and see what's going on there. And because I'll show you real quick, it's just because I can prime it. I can feel it in the pull rope. It just doesn't have a lot of compression. So I'm going to get it on the bench for us and pull this head off and just see how bad it is. Shouldn't be too bad. Should just be able to hopefully tap, get the valves hooked back up with a hammer and maybe some WD-40. Like I said, I did hear it run very briefly before the valves decided they didn't really want to play ball anymore. So let's see what we can do with this thing. Alright guys, I've got the head bolts off. Let's see what we've got on our hands. Maybe I can sneak this underneath this little bracket here. If not, oh, we got to get a couple small things off still here. We'll take this bolt off as well. That pulls that off. I think we got mouse nest or something up under this thing. There we go. All right, so we got looks like we got some mice to evict as well, but wow. All right, so let's look at what we've got going on here. I may just need to go ahead and pull. I'm gonna pull all these covers and stuff off too. Just because we need to. So let me see. Pull this dipstick. Alright, oh man, look at that. Holy cow. Alright, I'm going to get a vacuum cleaner and get all that out of here. And I wonder if they chewed up coil wire. Coil wire actually looks good. It's just a bunch of styrofoam and mess. We'll get all this cleaned up here. It looks like everything is good on the machine. Is it scoring? Oh, no scoring in the cylinder, so maybe the mouse nest was messing with the spark a little bit or something along those lines and not allowing it to run. Felt like a compression issue, but it's obviously not. So I'm going to vacuum all this stuff up and just do some tests. I'll let you know what I find out here. Alright, so I've checked the ignition coil as well while I'm down here. We needed to do that and vacuum a lot of this stuff up. One of the terminals, you put it right there where the ground wire plugs in. And the other one you put onto the lead of the spark plug. And I don't have it in there all the way quite yet, but you're at 4.6 ohms, which should be in the range that we need for us to have a good spark. And so I'm wondering if I mean, this is, I think, the gas that came in it when I got it. This thing's been sitting a while, so I wonder if it's just some poor gas in it, because you can see the inside of it's all right. Still got a little bit of eviction to do when it comes to this mouse nest, but all the valves are seating like they're supposed to, from what I can tell. So that's good. Oop. Yeah, there they are. That exhaust valve's a little bit out, but oh, there we go. Everything's closed now. So that's good. I'm going to put this head back on. All the pipes and hoses and stuff look good. The oil definitely needs changed, which we'll do after we get it running. But yeah, so the head overall is good, and could use a little cleaning. I'll get the head back on it, get all the stuff linked back up, set it back down. We may put some fresh gas in it, see if we can get it started. So we got some fresh gas in it, and see if it starts, I guess. I mean, I think it will at this point. Hopefully. See if carb spray will kick it on. Let me try the obvious and change the spark plug out, because it's got an E3 plug in there and I'm not really a fan of them. See if that will allow it to run. I'm almost certain that E3 plug was foul, because there was a bunch of junk that came out of it, or a bunch of liquid that came out of it. So let's try the Champion here. up being the plug. It is starting and running a little bit. It is starting a little bit rich, but it runs fine after it catches itself. So I don't know exactly what it is. It may be associated with just needing an oil change. So I'm going to change the oil, sharpen the blade, and clean everything up. And how about that? It was just something as simple as a fouled spark plug, but still we need to evict the mouse nest and all that stuff, so we needed to pull that cover off anyways. No harm, no foul. These things are tough, and I'll show you all what everything looks like. Let's look at it underneath. It didn't have an air filter in it, and the blade is fairly sharp, and it looks to be salvageable. So has a couple of rock chips in it, but nothing crazy. So I'm going to go to town and go ahead and get this thing ready for sale, and we'll be finished with it in just a second. Well, we ended up turning out to have a really, really nice push mower here. After I cleaned everything up, I'll give you all a quick look. Put an air filter on it, sharpen the blade, and we're in good shape. I don't think this has the mulch cover on it. It does not, but hey, the blade was almost new on it, and just been sitting up. Didn't even have to put a carb diaphragm in it, so that's awesome. I'll show you that it runs one more time. Runs really good now, actually. What I thought was a low compression issue had me fooled, and just turned out to be a good old spark plug and some fresh gas. And I don't know why I feel like I get fooled a lot of times now on these machines, thinking that they are low on compression when they're actually not. So I'm glad that this Weed Eater 22-inch mower did not have low compression, and it turned out we just need to put a spark plug in it and evict the mouse nest, so to speak. Sharpen the blade, put a new air filter on it, and just give it a good cleaning. And we've got a good mower that's probably going to give us anywhere between $75 and $85, and will last whoever the new owner is for a really, really long time. All they've got to do is change carb diaphragms every few years, and this engine will probably run until the deck rots out, which it should be a while because this deck's in pretty good shape. Doesn't seem like it's been used all that much either, which is excellent. So I appreciate y'all watching this video on a machine that I thought had either low compression or a valve issue with a stuck valve. Just turned out to be a spark plug and some gas. So you always like when they're simpler than they appear to be, right? Thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate y'all supporting the channel. We're well over 8,000 subscribers now, and it's just been a blessing to be a part of so many of y'all's lives. And I'll continue to do that as we continue to fix a lot more things around here, because we've got a lot to fix. Y'all take care, and I'll catch you on the next video.